Are you hungry? Now, breakfast, lunch, who cares? Give me that plate. Freezer Jam seems to be the best at preserving that real fruit taste. The closest thing, we say, to summer in a jar, and it's so easy. Heather Smith stopped by from the kitchens at Orson Gygi. What are people going for when it comes to this food preservation technique?
Well, I'm actually kind of surprised because I feel like the jam preserving everything has kind of skipped a generation. It kind of skipped our moms. Like, I wonder if they watched our grandmas, like all the hard work and everything, and our moms are like,
yes,
give me the minimal amount. And now, like, our generation's like, let's do it. I'm so excited for it. So people are growing these magnificent gardens and they're trying to find ways to preserve it. And so I'm so excited because this is like a serious trend right now, is preserving.
Isn't it funny to call it a trend?
Yes.
But it is.
Oh, it totally is.
My grandma, same memories of her just kind of, belaboring and slaving over the stove, canning and putting in that good labor so we could enjoy the fruits of her labor all season long. And now the new generation really appreciating it. And you have hooked us up at the store. I mean, you have everything we need to do this right.
Yes, and we love it because we're going to talk about freezer jams today because I feel like this is the best thing when you're doing like berries or something like that because you don't have to cook it. So when we've got like a peach base here, which oftentimes I will cook a peach jam, but when I have raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, something, whatever I have in my fridge that I need to use up really quick, freezer jam is always my go-to because it's quick and easy, and you don't have to cook it.
I'm gonna rat my sister out, can I?
Ready.
So last year, Lindsay was so ready to be domesticated about it, right? And so she put this call out on Facebook. Ladies, I am preparing to freezer jam this year. Give me all your tips. What do I need to know? Like thinking that it was this, and they're like, buy sugar, buy pectin, you're good. She was like, oh, break, like that's it? It really is pretty simple.
It really is simple. And one thing that we've discovered, and we sell it in our store, is this Easy Gel.
Okay.
The one thing that I have always kind of not done as much freezer jam is because it calls for so much sugar.
Yeah.
And when you've got really, really ripe fruit and you need that amount of sugar for that pectin to work correctly, you feel like you're almost like eating candy. And not that it's a bad thing, but when I've got freezer jam stacked in my freezer and I know how much sugar's in there, I'm a little hesitant to always use it as much.
It takes away from the appeal. So this allows you to scale back?
You can pull back the sugar. You can taste as you go. So as you're like, okay, I need to, maybe your peaches weren't as ripe or your strawberries weren't as ripe, you can put as much sugar as you need to. You can also use sugar substitutes, Splenda, things like that, so that you can do it the way that you want to do it and it preserves fabulously.
Okay, so we need the Easy Gel.
So we've got the Easy Gel, So I'm gonna you're gonna make one, I'm gonna make one.
Okay.
Here you've got a cup of pureed peaches. I like to start with a base that's really fine, and then you can add chunkier to it, or if you like a more smooth jam, puree it all the way.
Okay.
We've just mixed the berries up with just a pastry blender.
Oh, okay.
I like some chunk in it, so you could do the same thing with peaches if you wanted some peach chunks in there. Another thing you could do, if you had maybe like a cup of strawberries and didn't have enough, you can use applesauce as well. And so that will kind of make things go a little bit further. So
stretch it.
Say you had a cup or two of strawberries that were going bad and you had some applesauce, mix those together, and then you've got a strawberry jam.
You've got jam. That's a great tip.
No one will really know.
Lindsay, are you listening? That was a good freezer jam tip that you need in your life.
So here I've got a cup of blackberries. You can put that in with your peaches.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a cup of the strawberries.
And do we keep all the juices?
I like to.
Yeah. Okay.
The thickener is you can add a little bit more if you needed to if you had a lot of juices. But here, then you've got that. And then you've got a half cup of the Easy Gel. And so you can dump that right in.
There's like 2 your left.
Just go for it, yep.
I've made this easy for you.
And then you've got some lemon juice. And they actually say, I know it's kind of crazy, but the bottled lemon juice does a little bit better here.
Really?
So don't go out and squeeze all those lemons. If you have lemons that you want to use up, I don't think it would be a bad thing.
Did you like my gasp for effect?
Well, I feel like we're always saying just use fresh. Yeah. But this is one of those times where nope, you can use what you've got in the fridge.
This already smells heavenly.
And so from here is where you can taste it, or else if you want to just dump the allotted amount of sugar, which, it's still just a cup, which considering when you're using it with pectin, you're using almost equal amounts of sugar as you are fruit.
Okay.
And so here we are using half.
And of course, we're always spreading it on whole wheat toast or something.
Right, and hardly any butter, so it's totally healthy.
I'm never pulling out my Grandma Sycamore's white bread.
No, never. No, okay. I won't tell you what I went to go buy. So once you've got that all mixed up, guess what?
What?
You're done. You are done.
I like this kind of cooking.
You throw this in some containers. One thing that, guys, I bought peaches for 99 cents a pound. It was at Smith's and Harmon's this week. I'm gonna say it, Heather? This is the best neighbor gift.
Yes.
If you make your peach jam right now, bake some fresh bread in December, they're going to love you because it's something that they can use when all the neighbor gifts are not showing up at their door.
Right.
And it's a taste of summer in the middle of winter.
And it's not as treaty or chocolatey as all of the other neighbor gifts coming through the door.
Exactly.
How long can it hold in the freezer?
So it's good for at least a year in the freezer. In the fridge, I would use it up a little bit quicker than that, especially because we didn't put so much sugar in there. So much sugar will help kind of keep it not as preserve it a little bit, but in the freezer for at least a year. But honestly, I've never had it. Like, who's not going to use jam?
It's not going to last more than a year. And really, I love the lack of a recipe. You can just throw in whatever fruit you have, like you taught us. So.
Exactly.
Heather, thank you. All of the canning jars, the Easy Gel, it's available at the store. How's the class schedule looking for fall?
It's gearing up. We're getting ready for caramel apples, and of course, lots of cakes and chocolate classes. So it'll be a lot of fun.
A lot coming up. Go to their website, gigi.com, for the full class schedule and for more product information that will help you make cooking in the kitchen happier. Thanks again.
Thanks.